And they could, like maybe Murray becomes that third guy.
I was going to get to that. I was going to ask, how far away do you think? Because I think Murray definitely has the potential to be that guy. The question is of how soon.
I always say your third year, right? The rookie year is your rookie year. And he's playing really good as a rookie. He just got named to the Rising Star game today for us. He won Rookie of the Month in December. He has a good chance of winning it for January. He's just playing incredible. You can argue that he's been our best 3-point shooter this year. Like Herter started off hot, but Murray had a bad November or whatever, but he's been pretty consistent since
it's like 50-50. December. Is it going to go in or not go in, which is crazy.
Yeah, and every time he shoots a three, I'm like, all right, it's a good shot.
It's a good look.
He's been incredible, but sophomore slump is a thing. Not saying everyone has it, but it's just, I don't know. It's always hard to put all your marbles into a sophomore. But in that third year, I feel like that's when players really start breaking out. And I mean, I'm trying to think of examples off the top of my head, but I don't know.
Well, that's definitely a thing that you're not pulling that out of your ass.
No.
The third year in the sophomore slump, definitely. But I would almost be tempted to be like, if anybody's going to avoid a sophomore slump, it's going to be Keegan Murray, because his dad points it out to him, and it's been pointed out to others that this guy just constantly improves every year. Like, his first year of college is backed up by his second year. I mean, he talked about, what was the text he sent him when he was going through the slump? It was like, remember how you started as a shooter, like in high school, and how you just got better, and how you struggled your first year in college and you just got better. It's like, this guy kind of has a track record of just improving.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the NBA is crazy. You never know what can happen. You don't want to start talking about a guy as if he's endowed with godly skills or anything like that, that he's better than everybody else. I don't want to go that far, but it's just like, I don't know, Keegan Murray, you're not really kidding yourself if you're trying to make that argument. Now, that kind of goes back to the question, can he be a star, in the second season? It's hard to
imagine it, just because, I mean, I like Murray a lot, and he's been good in the role he's given, but his role is very limited still. I mean, he's a spot-up shooter or catch-and-shoot guy, and I heard he has good post moves and everything. We've kind of seen him create his own shot here and there, especially with that floater he has, but until I can really see what he can offer in creating his own shot in the NBA, it's hard to, I don't know. It's hard to imagine him taking that next step. And of course, it's going to come with time. And he's a rookie, and this is what we need from the rookie this year. And he's doing an exceptional job at that. He's doing so well. So until we really start seeing him, and it's not him, it's the game plan, and which you got to respect for it. He's staying within the game plan, doing well. But I don't know. I just don't see him down in the post. I heard he has super good post moves, but it's like,
yeah, that was supposed to be the difference between him and his brother. His brother's the great outside shooter. I'm like, is everybody pulling our legs? Is this Chris Murray we've been seeing for, however long? But I think you have a good point in terms of most of his rookie season, him going at the basket. Not only was he not super successful at it, but he was not wholeheartedly into it. It seemed like only until kind of over the last month or two has he really looked confident going to the rim. But again, it's all about that constant process for this guy. You've seen him just affect the game in so many ways. We pointed it out in December. That guy's jolt of production on the defensive end, the things he was doing, he's getting more charge calls, getting more weak side steals, all sorts of things on ball. Kind of versatility was shining through. Of course, he's had his setbacks here and there, and he's not perfect on defense, but man, you can see how much he's getting better. Again, it's is he going to come out and be an MVP candidate next season?
No.
But it's can I see this guy, this team makes the playoffs next year, and Keegan Murray gets on a roll late in the year and just really puts himself on the map in that second playoff year, or that second season playoffs? That's where a lot of guys build their name.
That's a great point.
I remember Draymond Green.
McCollum, too.
Sorry,
I didn't even let you finish.
But I was gonna say it's not the same thing because they're different players. They have different roles and all that. But in a way, Draymond Green, it was his second season. It was his first real time being the starter. And it was that series they lost against the Clippers. And all you could feel when you saw the Warriors, if you were watching that series, if you watched the Warriors late down the stretch, it was oh, they have kind of a special power forward in that it's different. It's innovative. Small defender, really great defender, great passer, the heart and soul of the team type thing. And that's completely different from Keegan Murray, like in a lot of ways. But
that's not the point.
But in the same way, that ascendance in the big moment, and now we're getting really down the road.
Well, it's not, but it's like, oh yeah, we are.
But it still kind of goes. That still sticks to what I'm saying is like, oh, it's going to be the third year. I still think he's going to get started on it early. He just seems like I don't know. He's just got that upward trajectory. It may not be the fastest. It's not like he's exploding off the page like maybe Paolo Banchero is or something like that. But it's like when you watch Keegan Murray every game, it's like you can see he's getting more comfortable. You can see he's finding other ways to impact the game. You can see he's getting more confident in what he's able to do.
McNair has done a great job in drafting these guys. I mean, Halliburton didn't really have a sophomore slump last year. So so why would we think Murray would too, I guess?
Yeah.
That's a good point. So
it wouldn't even be fair to say that Mitchell's having a sophomore slump.
I wouldn't say he's having this. He's playing better than last year.
If anything,
his role is just a little more reduced.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I mean, it's reduced on offense. It's even more like it's increased on defense, of course, and he's playing incredible defense. And I hope he's named to an all defensive team.
He will be.
Yeah, at least. I mean, how many are there? Just two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Make it a third. Come on.
But back to Murray. He's just a mature guy, and I don't know when that he'll have that really breakout year, but at least what he's doing right now is all that is needed from him, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching him in the Rising Stars game.
Yeah, Keegan Murray. It's amazing when we can have. It will go a couple weeks without talking about him, but it's like you bring him up again. And it's like you're gushing even more than you were the last time you were talking about him. And that's my point. It's just like constant growth.
And he's he won Rookie of the Month in like I said, December, and I think he could win it in January. And this is a guy that's on a winning team, which is it says something because Banchero is on the Magic and he's getting a lot of points and stuff, but it's like, well, who else is going to score and like build this guy's confidence? Well, Murray's kind of thrown in this role where it's like you're going to get limited touches, and I hope you make your shots.
But he's killing it because isn't he shooting historic numbers for a rookie from three?
Yeah, I think he's going to break the 3-point rookie record.
Yeah,
and he's shooting like over 40% from three.
Yeah,
he's insane. He is so good, which is an interesting point about Murray too, because he's doing this in a role like you'd think a fourth pick is like, all right, like let's get the ball in this guy's hands, build his confidence up. Mm-hmm. But no, he's doing this in a very limited role, a very specific role on the third best team in the Western Conference. I mean, he leads all rookies in plus minus for a reason because he's on a good team. But I mean, there's times out there when he's leading the Kings in plus minus in games. So it just says a lot about him.
Yeah. Keegan Murray, terrific. How long it takes for him to be a star in this league, we'll see. But it just
sooner than later.
Yeah, it just seems like he's kind of securing that fate.
Mm-hmm.